Hello everyone, my name is Sally and I work for Exeter Ice, and today I have a craft video for you. And you can take part in this whether you're at home at the moment or whether you're in the classroom. It doesn't take many resources at all. So what are we going to make? We're going to make a prayer flower. Now this little nifty origami thing here is to help inspire you if you have some prayer time and you're not sure what to pray about. You can use it as a kind of game to help you come up with something you might want to talk to God about. And you can see there's some cool shapes and colours on the front. And then inside, there are some cool pictures that I've drawn. And then inside again, ooh, if I can open it up, there are some prayer ideas. So I'll show you how to use this at the very end, but for now, we need to make it. So what do we need? Well, first of all, you're going to need to use some paper. Now I've got pink paper here, but you can use any colour that you like. I suggest using A4, that's a good big size, and you can even use plain paper. I suggest not using card, try and use bendy paper like this because it will make it easier to fold and cut. And then some colouring pens or pencils, any type that you happen to have lying around. These are the ones that I had, and I think there's a nice variety of colours that I can use there. And then finally, some scissors. Now make sure if you need an adult supervision to help you with scissors, do ask for it, and make sure you've got ones that are gonna be a good size for you. These are a good size for my hands, but you might want some smaller ones than I've got. So those are the only 3 resources you're going to need. You can gather them together and then we can get crafting. Okay, so we've got our paper here and there's just one thing we need to do before we can start folding, and that's to turn this rectangle into a square. So what you do to do that is grab one of the corners when it's facing sort of long ways this way in front of you and pull it until it lines up with the edge of the paper here. So you want it to line up very nicely. So don't press it down until it's completely lined up, and then you can kind of check if it's worked by this point here. If it looks like you folded it perfectly in half, you shouldn't see any overlap, and then just press it down and then crease that until it's a flap. So that's kind of a triangle there. And that should go all the way across there until it looks like that. And then you're going to cut off this bottom bit here with your scissors. So take your scissors and cut along the line created by the fold here. And now, when you open that up again, you've got a square, and you can use this for lots of different folding activities, but we're going to use it for our base. So fold it again and crease. So that means just press down the fold there and then open it up. And again, I want you to take this corner and fold it to this corner and crease. So that corner to that corner, lined it up very carefully. And then when you're ready, crease. Then open it up again, and you should have a square with a diagonal cross in the middle. Right, you should have something that looks a bit like this. You will have noticed the colour of the paper has changed, and that's because I forgot to press record. So we're working with white paper now, why not? What we're going to do is we're going to take a corner, any corner that you choose, and place your other finger where the cross of the diagonals are. And what you want to do is take that corner, bring it all the way into the middle where your finger is and where those crosses meet, and press it down so you're holding it tight. And then with the other finger, crease from the middle outwards that triangle you just made. So press it down nice and slick there so it's all very swish. And we're going to do that again. So twist it around, keep your finger there. Take the corner, put it into the middle, hold it tight, make sure it lines up. Then with your finger, nice crisp press there. We're going to do that 2 more times until all the corners are folded in. Okay, so once you've done that, you should have all 4 triangles folded into the very middle till they're nice and neat. Now what we're going to do is turn it over and do the same again. So you'll notice it's not diagonal anymore, it's vertical and horizontal, but you're still going to get your finger, place it in the middle where they meet, take one of the corners and fold it in until it meets the middle, put it down and press down and crease. Might be a little tougher because there's more to fold, but you can do this. So turn it around, find a corner, put it into the middle, hold it down and crease. We're going to do that 2 more times. Okay, so when you're done, you should have something that looks a bit like this. It's 4 triangles folded into the middle with a line on each on this side. And if you turn it over, you've got 4 squares and a kind of flappy in a big square there. So to finish off this craft, we're going to turn it round, place it down, put one hand over the vertical edge, so 1, 2, hold them down, and then fold that over completely in half and crease it. Make sure it's a nice crisp edge. Then open it up, and then you're going to fold it top to bottom this time along the horizontal. So top to bottom, fold it, crease it, there you go. There you go, open that up. And now fold it in half again, place your fingers on this corner and this corner. Can you see where I'm holding it? And then press inwards, whoop, until it makes a cross there. And now you can open each of these flaps up. And there we have it. Look how funky that is. Now there's lots that you can do with this. You can play lots of games like counting games with it, or you can put different colours on the edges here and count with those. But what we're going to do is use it to help inspire us in prayer. So sometimes it can be tricky to know what to talk to God about, and you might want something to start you off. And this nifty little origami thing can help us out. So we're going to start with the outer edges. And with this, you want something that you can use to count. So if I were to do the colour red, for example, here, I could count R, E, D. And that'll show me which flaps to open up. So I'm going to do red, orange, blue and purple on each edge. And just to be clever, I'm going to do different shapes as well, so I could use the shape words instead of the colour words if I wanted to. So take your pens and colour or draw on each of the flaps. And there we have it, look at those lovely colours. So that's our first layer done, but inside there's nothing there. So that's the next layer to do. And how we do that is we open it up to be our 8 different triangles here. We put it down, and on each of these triangles, we draw something. So for example, I'm going to draw a smiley face to help us think of thank you prayers. And I'm going to draw a starburst to help us think of things we might say wow to God about. In the YouTube description, I will write down all of the pictures and the meanings that they have so you can follow along. I will also create a worksheet that you can download and fold for yourself, and it'll all be there for you. But you can also come up with your own ideas. I'm sure you can be really creative. So why don't we draw our pictures now? Okay, so I've drawn lots of different pictures here to help prompt us in our prayers. So if we're playing this game, we would go red, R-E-D, and then we choose a picture. So I will choose this picture, the smiley face, and I will open it up. And then the last step is to write a prayer idea in each of these triangles. So I'm going to write here, thank you prayer, to help remind us to thank God. And I'm going to write one for each of the pictures that I've drawn here. And there we have it. We have our own prayer flower to help inspire us when we want to take some quiet time. And if you're not sure what you want to pray for, this can help you. So all you have to do is follow the colours or the shapes, count the letters of that word, and then find the next thing you want to choose. So maybe a heart, open that up, read what it says. So it says here, pray for another person. And I can use that to help me in my time with God. I hope you found this activity useful. You can use it in lots of different ways. You can make things for your friends, you can make things for yourselves. I hope you have fun, and I look forward to doing another craft with you again soon. For now, from me, goodbye.